The time is nigh. Open up your eyes to see the signs of the times. Got to be wise to all of their lives. Look to the sky from where my help comes. Wake up, got to wake up from the slumber. Don't let them pull you under. Rise up of the water. Never let them wrestle you into the mud.
Yes, family, greetings in the name of His and Her Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I, Empress Rosera Menin, one perfect balance. Welcome to another episode of Politically Incorrect, where we get it correct, and if we're not correct, feel free to correct us. Yes, family, what a wonderful Wednesday it has been. Can you believe it already? It's not gonna be Friday again. Y'all notice how fast these weeks going by? I keep saying it, man. Before you know it, bam, another week done roll by. Nevertheless, we here to get it straight. If we not correct, correct us, because this is politically incorrect, meaning
real news for the people in real time.
Real news for the people in real time. Yeah, I ain't gonna stick up tonight. Gonna make it brief. Gonna hit some points and leave out. You know what I'm saying? If you want to hear what's going on in Barbados, you tune into the right space. Fair and balance. Speaking of fair and balance, we're going to discuss the fact that Miss Motley, our prime servant, got an award. Yes. But I did notice something. I just want to give you my perspective on that. So stay tuned for that for sure. Speaking of staying tuned, I told you he was going to do it. I told you Mr. Thorne was behind the coup. Yes, there was a coup at the DLP headquarters. There was a coup, and it was probably fully orchestrated by guess who? You know, the cabal. I'm going to leave it at that. Nevertheless, we're going to touch on that also real quick, just in brief points. And I cannot not say this. We're going to touch on something very interesting. Very interesting. We have a new Chief Justice. That's what you call him? Or something like that. I don't know what they call him. But Mr. Springer was supposed to be here. I'm not sure if he's watching. If he is, he could give me a shout. Come on in. And, you know, they did announce last week in the paper, I don't know if y'all paid attention, that there's going to be a verdict in this case that's been going on over God knows how many years now, since election, when Mr. Springer challenged the government, challenged this administration in court, you know, regarding the election. And up to now, nothing. But suddenly there's a spin on this. There's a real spin on this. I can't wait to tell you about the spin. This shall be interesting. But yeah, Leslie Haynes, we're going to touch on that as well. And I got something else here to give you. The question tonight is, what is the law of merchants? And why am I asking this question? Some of y'all may have seen it posted. If you haven't seen it posted yet, go pay attention, because we're going to get into some stuff tonight. You're going to need a pen and paper. I'm just going to put the links up quick. I hope y'all took those links down from last 2 nights when we did this, you know what I mean, second night when we did this, and I put some information up regarding some PDFs. I hope y'all took that, because that is relative to tonight and then where we going with this. And why am I going this direction? I'm going to tell you why tonight, why your rights don't matter. And although we keep begging for, let me put it that way. Although we keep begging our rights to be acknowledged, there's a reason why they don't acknowledge them. I'm going to tell you why. So you're going to need your pen and paper for that. Shout out to the Maroons, man. All the sovereign people. Shout out to the Moors. Shout out to the Rastafari community. Kidamari. Y'all already know. That's what we're dealing with, man. You know, shout out to those divine beings, man. You know, that's what's up. Miss Hope, I hope you tune in. Anika, I hope you tune in. Anika. So I hope you tune in, man. Grand rising to you too. Grand night. Noel, I see you, my brother. Grand awakening. It indeed is a grand awakening. Shout out to Tim up there in the cold. Well, not as cold now, but good night. Oh, man. We got Miss Critchlow. I see you. Greetings, everyone. Blessed love. Well, love and light. I try not to use that B word too often, Big Pen, unless it's Big Pen I'm referring to. Greetings to you too, family. Greetings to you, love and light. Jackie. Oh, you saw those links I put up, man. Good stuff. Wendell, I see you, family. Greetings to the whole family. Beverly, good night, Beverly. We're gonna keep that between us, Beverly. But yeah, you know what I mean by that, Beverly. Have a good laugh to yourself, man. Have a good laugh to yourself. Sean, I see you too, family. He said, I won't be surprised, Mia behind it. You mean the coup? Listen, man, let me put it this way. Always look to see who stands to benefit the most. When you see something happen, a crime or whatever. In fact, I think it was Rockefeller who said, behind every successful fortune is a successful crime. Of course, he knows why he said that. Just look into the history of the Rockefeller family and the Titanic, the sinking of the Titanic. It is not what you think it is, man. Talk about mass murder, right? Yo, anyhow, the bigger the fortune, the bigger the crime. But look to see who benefits from what happened. Who benefits the most right now from the DLP having a coup and in-house squabbling? They'll never recover from that. Like, let me just say it right now, not as a prophetic word, but as a reality. They will never recover from that. That party will be forever split. It would take someone from the outside coming in to unite both of them. But so long as there's a fraction, you get it? A fraction. A lot of folks gonna miss that. Yo, what's up, Sir Alfred? I'm changing your name from Sir Alfred to King Alfred, man. Straight up. King Alfred, man. What's up? Good night, Rastaman and viewers. Brooklyn in the house without a doubt. Shout out to the Empress too, by the way. Shout out to the Empress too, man. Just gonna throw that in the ear. Go ahead. Thanks, family. That's easy, man. Miss Ward, we see you. We see you too quietly. Give thanks for tuning in, for sure. Art in motion. Man, what part you been, bro? Straight up. Where you been, man? I didn't see you. We have not seen you in so long. I trust that all is well with you and the family. It's good to tell a friend, family. Politically incorrect, up and running. Go tell a friend to tell a friend. I got a tune to play. I got a special tune to play tonight. Just tonight, for sure. But I'm going to play it a little later on. I'm going to just jump right into this because we want to get this thing up and running. We want to get the wheels up off the ground as quick as possible. Empress, I just shout you, man. Greetings, Jackie. I know greetings. You showed an Empress, Jackie. I know that's a personal thing, I could tell already, man. Empress, greetings. DLP and BLP are a disgrace in disguise. Disgrace and disgust. Either way is the same thing, as far as I'm concerned. Disgust, disguise, in disguise or in disgust. Either way, them right there, right now, and they make Verla came out of retirement, man. What a shame. But you know what? The only shame is right now that there are people who believe in this thing. And that's the biggest crime about this whole thing. That they, like, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. Like payback. Anyhow, in fact, you know what? Since we're on that topic, let's just jump right into that one first off. I'm not even going to waste any time. Let's just get straight into that. We're not going to waste any time. We're just going to jump right into that one right there. Right there, first off the top. Now, some of y'all might not know, but some of y'all might know, there's apparently now a court case. Can you believe that? There's actually a court case regarding now get this. A crime committed, a break and entry, a whole coup. You remember when Trump was at the verge of what they call losing the election, and apparently there were some folks who stormed the White House. Remember that? And they tried to indict him and get him impeached, saying that he was part of this whole thing and he orchestrated this whole thing. It was a big court case against him. Well, we have a similar situation in Barbados. Some folks apparently stormed the headquarters of the Democratic Labour Party, apparently took off some chains, some locks, some chains, some stuff, had a meeting, a quorum most likely, and basically outs some people because that was the plan. And then they put some folks in place in the interim, temporary stuff, and then, you know, they ran with it. And here comes Mr. Ralph Torn. I got to go to Mr. Ralph Torn again, you know, demand that for the people. Now, there's some folks indicating and been saying that, well, let me see how to put this politely. There's some folks that are suggesting that one party is a bit more sophisticated than the other. Let me see if I can switch that. Hang on a second, man. I'm not gonna play that one first. Let me play the other one first. I think that's what's important. Let me do the other one first. Let me do the other one first, because this will only set the stage as to what's happening. Or should I start with that one? Like I said, there's a court case. There's a court case. Maybe I should start with that one. There's a court case. And yo, shout out to Steve in the building, man. I see you too, Steve. Shout out to Smiling Butterfly, man. Jack Cullen, I see you too, family. I see you too, man. Daffodil, I just shout you out, man. Peace and love. Love. To two disgusting organizations. You mean the BLP and the LP? Smiling Butterfly, politically incorrect family. What a thing. What a thing. We are. And listen and listen carefully. I see you, Steve, man. I see you, Steve. Listen and listen carefully, family. You would think, right, that, in fact, let me let him tell you. Let me let him say it himself. I think that's the best, because y'all didn't listen to me, you know. I told y'all this was going to happen. I said, let's wait and see if he's going to do exactly what I said he's going to do. And guess what he did? Exactly what I said he was going to do. Listen to this right here, man. Listen to this right here. Let me scale it back a bit. Make sure the volume is on.
Court has given the applicant, the complainant, I should say, an adjournment to put its house in order, as it were. There are some documents which are fundamental to the application, which were not included in the application to the court. So they have 14 days to put that, to correct that error, as it were. In the meantime, the Chief Justice has expressed his concern that nothing be done to bring the Democratic Labour Party into disrepute. And as such, he has ordered that the status quo be maintained. And that status quo is that Mr. Pedro Shepherd, who is the first respondent, is the de facto secretary of the party, General Secretary, and Mr. Andre Worrell, who has been acting as president, that the two of them be allowed to do all things that are necessary for the proper functioning. They should be able to carry out such rules and regulations for the proper functioning of the party, and that the substantive holders of those offices be advised by counsel for the complainant accordingly. He expressed his great concern that the party, which has been such an important institution in the history of this country, should not be brought into disrepute. So we are back in court on the 27th, June the 26th, for any hearing. Of course, too, the court expressed its reluctance to get involved in a political matter of an institution which has rules for its proper functioning. And he urged the parties to take that into consideration before they get back before him.
Just on record again, just state your name and...
Hal Gollop, King's Counsel. I've been in association with Mr. with Mr. Brian Barrow and Emerald Griffith for Mr. Shepherd, while Mr. Carrington, King's Counsel, was in association with Mr. Neil Marshall for the second respondent, Mr. Worrell.
The attorney on the other side was who?
Yeah.
Shamar
Bovell.
And to make it absolutely clear, Mr. Pedro Shepherd, in this interim period, will function as General Secretary, and Mr. Andre Worrell, in this interim period, will function as President, and their work must not be disrupted by anyone.
And their work must not be disrupted by anyone. Now, Hal Gollop didn't say that. Ralph said that. And so, Leroy, I feel you, Mr. Ali. And I agree with you. Let's be all more positive. But here's a reality check. The DLP will not recover from this. That's a plain fact. That's as positive as I could say it. It would take an outsider coming in to unite that party at this point, because clearly there's an issue. Now, I don't know if one side is a bit more soft than the other. You know, I've heard the conversations and the social medias on byways and highways. I'm no political analyst. In fact, I have never done an overview of the psychological and the personal analysis of all the members of the ruling part, of the executive board or whoever which board. I can't give account for everyone. I know one or two cats, you know, and that's about it. But here's a reality check. It appears to me that this particular crew right here, like Mr. Gollop said, King's Council, with a smile. Look, man, it's clear to me. It is clear as day. Regardless of what one want to say about one versus the other, Rose always said, thief hate to see thief with long bag. I would like to think that the same constitution outlined protocols that should have been followed. Rather than secretly trying to form meetings with the particular group to vote against another group, it would only seem fair as a true leader of the people, a true member, individual who's confident in their ability to have a meeting amongst all the members of the Democratic Labour Party who are able to attend, given ample time to meet, and simply have an election or whatever the Constitution dictates. That just seemed the right thing to do, quite frankly. And I'm surprised that Ralph Ian suggested that, but he said, nah, we gonna keep the two guys that literally, according to the report or unofficial report, cut chains, broke locks, and changed things and went in. I mean, I wasn't there, so I only go in on what I see on social media. In fact, I think Mr. Blackett is the one that said that. So unless they're suggesting that he's not only capable or incompetent, but also capable of fabricating and concocting an entire story, well, quite frankly, they got bigger problems than we can imagine. In which case, that is exactly why you should call everybody to the table and let's discuss this in-house. We don't fight amongst ourselves. You know, like Chris Rock say, we don't fight in front of white people, man. Y'all bring this fight to the street in front of everybody, including your supposedly rival, the BLP. Like, really? Really? Y'all y'all literally give Mia Motley a vote just by doing this. And y'all claim y'all want to get rid of Mia? Nah. Some of y'all working with Mia, man. And to know who working with Mia, you just gotta just check to see who picked the fight. Look and see who picked a fight. And you're gonna know. I don't know who picked the fight. I don't know who threw the first punch, but check it and see. Check it and see. All I'm saying, family, is that something ain't right, man. And, you know, that right there speaks volumes. But according to my brother Steve, man, both BLP and DLP are criminals, man. We ain't forget what happened the missing decade. They call it lost, but it ain't lost. It was missing because folks was missing in action. All kind of crap happened around Barbados. All right, so they built a little lab. So what? Big deal. Because we all know that situation was a joke anyhow. So what, you build a lab? That situation was a joke. The lab only fabricated the joke and perpetuated the lie. Speaking of which, up to now, certain individuals ain't touching that topic. They're not even broaching that topic, not even on a Sunday morning. Y'all ain't gonna get that though. You know, the broach Sunday morning. Church. Bro. Anyhow, never mind. All I'm saying, right, family, is that it's obvious to those who paying attention that this is just one big distraction, pure distraction, you know, pure distraction. So for me, I gotta wonder, how comes? Like, let me play along with it for now. Let me go along with it and pretend, yo, Ralphie, and see where this is going. Because like Ralph just said, notice his hands is crossed. In fact, if I was a psychologist dealing with body language, I mean, This right here speaks volumes coming out the court. That's why tonight I asked the question, what is the law of merchants? If I ask Ralph what's the law of merchants, I wonder what Ralph will tell me. In fact, I know for a fact what Ralph would tell me. I know exactly what Ralph would tell me. But anyhow, we can get into the Lex Mercatoria just now. Just now. I want to play something else first, though. I think that's relevant to this whole court situation. So, in other news, we got this happening. Now, remember, we said it. A new CJ outlined plans to modernize judiciary. Well, the Chief Justice is none other than Leslie Haynes. But Leslie Haynes, in fact, I don't even, do I have the article? There was an article last week, Friday, I think it was Friday, with Mr. Philip Springer. And they said that they're going to reach a verdict sometime soon. Actually, I think they said next week. Now, I was hoping that Philip was going to come on and speak on it himself because I think he's the right person to speak. Barbados Sovereignty Party. But I maybe he'll come in at some point, maybe not. My point is that if I'm not mistaken, because I was right there that night when this whole thing kicked off in court, when this thing first kicked off in the court, I was right there that night. Couldn't believe it. In fact, they tried to kick. In fact, we got kicked out the court. Actually, I was there with the mom and I and some other folks, and they try all kind of way not to let us in. When we did finally manage to get in, they kicked us out. They said that actually they came and said they recognize my time, but they don't accept Lumumba's time, which is funny. They mean the locks is locks, cover is covering, crown is crown. So they wanted to divide us. So I just left as well. Like, you know what? Y'all ain't gonna kick the elder out, and I'm just gonna sit here, like, to the birds, man, to the birds. So we broke out. But we waited for a little bit, then they all came out eventually. And I spoke with a few individuals, including Leslie Haynes, who I thought was a woman. But what's interesting is that he's labeled as one of the defendants in this whole thing, because don't forget, at the time, he ran the Electoral Boundary Commission, or whatever they call it. So he's a defendant in this case. So I'm trying to figure out, how could the Chief Justice be a defendant in the case he's now Chief Justice presiding over? Like, you cannot make this stuff up. You cannot make this stuff up. I am sure that was a chess move. I'm sure that was a chess move, man. He is a defendant in the case he wants to expedite now that he's Chief Justice. Like, how does that work? Man, let me check these comments, man. Yo, give me your thoughts on that one in the comments. Tell me if it's just me. Tell me if it's just me. Because how on earth can a defendant in a court case now be the judge of that case? I mean, explain it to me. And right after he get appointed, he declares he's going to give a verdict on that case. The one that's long overdue. Look, Barbados is not a real place. You know why? Let me not even go there, man. I ain't going to touch it yet. Let me see the comments, man, because you can't make it. Greetings, family. I see you too. Shout out to all the Clarks family, man. You know what's up. Greetings, family. Did he just said King's Counsel? You got that right. This grown man, supposed to be a man in the community, I've heard his name my whole life growing up, declares he's a King's Counsel. He might very well be. In fact, I know what he means by that. If you all study it carefully, if you measure it properly and draw a circle, I'm sure you could find the square root of what he's saying. You see what I'm saying? It's not a hidden hand, man. It's clear. They telling you who they are. Hope Barbados listening. Wait a minute. Was the Chief Justice just planted and he did the ruling? It's crazy, right? I'm telling you, you cannot make this up. King Alfred, I'm telling you, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. He said Ralph rescued him. He forgot the brief. Whoa. So wait a minute, Leroy. Help me understand this. You said Ralph rescued him. He forgot the brief. I mean, the brief for this particular hearing? I don't know if that's what you mean, but if that's the case, this is all theatrics, man. They all getting paid while we do this, man. Steve said both parties. Oh, man. Steve, what up, Steve? I see you up tonight, man. How business, man? How things in UK? Hope it ain't too cold for you. Daffodil, that behavior should never be in the public, out of character. Yep. I agree. It's out of character, man. Totally. He said they will not. I was always being a D, but right now they are not up to it. The B, especially the PM, is doing positive things. Listen, man, we're gonna discuss the PM in a minute too. So stick around for that one, Leroy. I'm gonna tell you exactly the positive things the PM is doing. All prime servant. Really, the PM should be PS. And I don't mean permanent secretary. But here's the thing, though. Easy D, what up, family? Greetings, family. Greetings. He can't even follow protocols. The host, not a good example to upcoming MPs. Listen, this is my whole point. But like I said, he sanctioned it by not speaking out against it, because regardless of what, look, man. Let me be me. Let me say this. If I was in Ralph's shoes, which I would never be in Ralph's shoes, but for some twist of fate, I found myself in Ralph's shoes. And, you know, if the plan with me was to concoct this whole coup and take over the DLP from the inside of the BLP with an inside man who is capable of doing it, because after all, you know, there's certain similar fact evidence that indicate he has a propensity to function like this. In fact, not just the propensity to function like this, I'm almost sure that Ralph is probably willing to subjugate the rights of all the people in that right there, that the LP thing, to satisfy his own political agenda. I'm almost sure. Because, and the evidence is clear, had this happened to me, I would have denounced it from the door, like, wait a minute, hold on, nah, we're not doing this to the party. These brothers say they want to take their time and get it right. Not a problem with me. I would just go in my corner, set up my office, paint it from red. Well, maybe not paint it from red. Find an office, paint it yellow and blue. Somewhere in the constituency I'm supposed to be in. I would roll up my sleeve, take off my jacket, take off the tie, take off them Poindexter shoes, put on some slippers. Well, maybe not slippers. I definitely put on the boots, because you never know. Mashed out posse, MOP. And I in the community. Yo, what up? Yo, Ralph, you out here, man. We're going on, just checking and see what's going on. You know, I knew the neck of the woods, trying to get myself, and go and rub shoulders with the people every chance I get, while they figure out what they plan to do about who in charge. Me, I be on the ground working, just working. So the party gonna have to say, well, wait, but the man there humble for truth, though. He really working. He really serious with what he's saying. Folks might even take him more serious. Right now, Ralph losing points, and I don't even think he realizes it. Perhaps Ralph, let me give you something, man. You might be too arrogant to notice it, right? That behavior is not becoming of a leader of the people. That behavior is someone who trying to take over me in Motley's spot and be worse. I'm just saying. But you advisors and advising you right. You advisors and advising you right. And I see that. That's why, like you said, they're going to stay right there. But anyhow, we're going to get to the crux of the matter, man. They're just showing their true colors, shining true. A house divided cannot stand. Facts, man. Greetings, Maria. We see you. They said the judge is a conflict of interest, but not to them. Nah, that's not a conflict of interest. They know exactly what they're doing, man. They said they thrive off a conflict of interest. Nah, it's not a conflict for them. They know exactly what they're doing. The question is, what is Halu? I think who is one of the lawyers for for Philip, Mr. Springer. I think the question is, what is he going to do? So Ralph gets sent. Greetings, Regina. Greetings. His behavior is making him look more and more like a Trojan horse. I'm telling you, rather than come over and give the DLP hope. Ralph Move was supposed to give the people of Barbados and the DLP hope. He didn't leave and come and start his own party to say he about the people. He ain't care about the D's. He said it himself. I want to be a part of an established party. Blah, 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 blah. And what's the first thing he does? Go there and disrupt it. Rather than be humble and hold the corner, this King's Council, along with the other King's Councils, let us know who they're working for. The King, by decree. That's what's up. So know what you're getting into. I know that they put Mr. Leslie Haynes in charge of the, like I said, they put the fox to guard the hen house and keep it safe from the fox. They put a fox to guard the hen house from the fox. Ooh, this is crazy. You can't make this stuff up, family. You cannot make this stuff up. But speaking of stuff and speaking of made up, I can't not do this. Like, I cannot not do this. I cannot not do this. Now, so speaking of fox and hen house, no pun intended, hen house, or the hen in the house, or the hen watching the hens, or whatever. Let me ask you a question. So everybody talking about Miss Montley got an award. I heard a lot of people on her page giving her congratulations and whatnot. I want you all to do two things real quick, because nothing the system does is by chance. First, let's take a look at who's giving her the award. Who? Yeah, who's giving her the award? Who? Yeah, who is giving her the award? Take a look at who is giving her the award. I'm going to take a sip on that one while y'all figure it out what I mean. If y'all figure out who I mean, just type it in the comments, man. Let's type it real quick. I'm going to take it there. Give me a second. A guy messaged me and said he found that I talk too much on my program. And I said, you know, you're probably right. You're probably right. I don't know if I'm supposed to come on here and rant and rave and scream and shout. Maybe not. Maybe I should write a script probably and just stick to the script. But I make this palatable for the people, man. That's all it is, man. But yeah, who is giving her the award? Can somebody tell me who is giving her the award, please? Can somebody tell me who is giving her the award? Greetings, Rosemary. I see you. Greetings, Miss Lane. I'm glad you're here. I got a question for you just now, Miss Lane. Tell me, can somebody tell me who is giving her the award? The head, who? Who's giving her the award? Who? Now, can somebody please tell me who? Who stewed? Yo, who stewed? Who stewed? Y'all see Albert and Costello? Y'all don't know Albert and Costello? Tell me somebody who is giving her the award. Stop playing around, man. Who is the culprit? That's what I'm trying to find out. Who is the culprit? Who is the culprit? Can somebody tell me who is giving her the award, man? Hold on a minute. Are you aware there's draft legislation to mandate the electronic vehicle registration, monitoring, surveillance, and tagging system to be introduced later this year? If I am aware, well, I couldn't miss that construction getting on across the road, especially being past Waterford. But I'm going to touch on that a little later, too. A little later. Give me a minute. We're trying to figure out who is giving her the award. Who is giving her the award? The average new registration is $400, and the tag is issued on payment. Existing registrants would have to report to MTW to get the tag, which I understand is issued for the life of the vehicle. Yo, man, like I said, I'm gonna touch that in a minute. But let me just figure out who is giving her the award. Tell the suit the hell up and don't watch then. Nah, tell he shut the hell up and don't watch then. Nah. I look, Empress, on the real. I agree with him, and I agree with him, to be honest with you. Because I just want to come say what I got to say, and that's it. What happens is I start reading these comments, man. Y'all are hilarious. Y'all be inspiring me to talk. You see? So I be want to come in, say what I say, and I'm out. 60 minutes tops. But when I see how much dedication y'all have given to this platform, all your loyal ones, man, and all the new ones and the ones that come and go, I'm just thankful for everyone who's paying attention, because you might have a conversation at work tomorrow. Yeah, I hear a fella say this. You might tell a friend to tell a friend. You might converse. I mean, so I give thanks for everyone, including the brother who said that. So I agree with him. But y'all inspire me. Y'all the reason why you do this. So I gotta give thanks to all y'all, man. Real thing, real thing. Oh, Tidros. Okay. So Tidros. So that's who's giving the award. All right, come on, son. That's all I wanted to know. Oh, it's the World Health Organization giving her the award. Okay, World Health. Okay, now we're getting somewhere, man. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Shout out to the family in Dominica, man. Dominica in the building. Give thanks, man. Give thanks. Listen, family. What else y'all notice? Miss Motley has on her pin. She has on the pin. Now, I could probably zoom in a bit here on this if I can. I'm sure my skills, I got enough technology right now where I can zoom in really close and see. As you would notice, she's wearing her pin. He has on a pin also. Not to mention the bright red tie. But this award is from who? The World Health Organization, who's quarterback all the initiatives that went on during the time period of COVID. And Miss Motley, as we all know, was a major part of that. I mean, a major part of that. She was a major part of that, without question. I'm going to take my time here now and look for something that I also have to put up on this screen tonight. But I'm not going to take my time because that one might take a little longer. But I was looking for it earlier and I didn't find it. And usually when that happens, it's because I didn't call on the ancestors. Like, yo, I need that piece, man. Make sure I get it. So I'm going to take a quick look here real quick and see if they're going to put it up for me. Because I think it's important. It's very important, actually. In fact, it's super important. I need to juxtapose these two things to explain clearly to those who are now tuning in why Miss Motley is getting this award. Because although some people are hailing her and greeting her and saying it was a great thing, I just want to do one quick reminder, and I'm looking for it in my stash, but the truth is the spirit is telling me that, you're looking in the wrong place, and I hear being stubborn and telling myself if I just look a little closer, I might see it pop up. Because I thought it was in the stash, but I ain't seeing it in the stash at all. Let me go back a little further. All right, I ain't seeing it in the stash. All right, I know. All right. I going. All right, I going. I know where to find it, man. I going. But while I summon that to appear unto me, let me just zoom back out here a little bit. Let me ask y'all another question. Charles, give me a second. Can somebody tell me, while I do my thing here for a second, can somebody tell me what else they see? What else do you see, family? We see the pin. We know that is the agenda for 2030. We know this. Can somebody tell me what else you see? What else do you see? What else do you see? Can somebody tell me what else they see? Won't take long. Let me see. Good night to the family in UK. Good night to mom's matriarch. Empress, look, you come to my aid in one. I give thanks, family, but like I said, man, I follow you, man. Maybe I'll try to make my responses more concise and not make light of the situation. I don't want people to think I think this thing is a joke, because I don't. But I don't want to come on here like doom and gloom. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do that like that. I think you catch more. According to Aunt Rhodes, you catch bees with honey, not vinegar. So that's just my 2 cents, man. But yeah, Jackie, we see you. We see you. Now, Sean, we're going to touch on that road. We're going to touch on that in a minute. We're going to touch on that in a minute. Give me a second, man. We're going to touch on that. They're all in bed together, so they're following their agenda. Okay, we're getting close. She got an award for somebody said it. Somebody said it. Somebody said it. Somebody said it. Was me. He said all of that is a setup. Prison next. Tim said, missing me a scarf. That's right, Tim. That's right. That's right. There's a missing scarf. What else? What else? Her hair is well done. Come on, man. Y'all stop that, man. Stop that. So now you see us, now you don't comes to mind. What else, family? Come on, y'all. I know y'all gonna get it. Is there any reason why two pins are different? Yes, they're different, but in different ranks. She is identifying her signature on fulfilling the 2030 agenda, and what he's doing is representing those that are fulfilling the agenda. So he is a representative for you know who regarding you know what. But we're going to keep that between me and you. Art says she appears to be wearing a robe. Yes, this is big. Okay, listen, man. Listen, man. Listen, family. Listen, family. All jokes aside now, though. Miss Motley goes to these events. Go back to from COP 20 whatever, the UN. Anywhere she goes, she's speaking. She's always well dressed with colors, bright colors. On this occasion, she's wearing a black robe. She's wearing a black robe, receiving an award from you know who. This is big, man. Like, this is so big. Like, this is so big. This is so big that, in fact, let me show you why this is so big. Let me show you exactly why. Y'all remember this, man? Y'all remember this right here? Now, I am sure, right, that the first place y'all seen this was on Politically Incorrect. And anybody who wish, in fact, let me, in fact, hold on. Let me go get the link again right now before they take it down. I'm going to post this link right now, family. Make sure y'all copy this. I'm going to pause for a second right here. Make sure you copy this right now. Go copy this page, copy this link, download it, do whatever you got to do. Do whatever you got to do, man. Straight up. No, unfortunately, in fact, wait a minute, man, because they gave me a long, I don't want this one because this is a long version of it. And maybe, I don't know, let me see if I can get you a short version of this link because I think some of it got cut off on YouTube. I think the YouTube link was save and share. Let me see if I can copy the link, a different link, create a QR. Let me just copy this one and see if this is different. Let me see if this is a different one or a shorter version. It might be the same one. It might be the same one. It might be the same one. It looks like the same one. Yeah, it looks like the same one. I don't want to post it twice, but let's see here, family. You said a King's Council looking robe. That's not a King's Council looking robe, but I follow what you're saying. It's not a King's Council looking robe, though. It's a robe of mysticism. You see, in the order of things, right? In the order of things, when you get initially you wear white. There's three colors robes you're wearing. You're wearing white. There's a white robe, a black robe, and a red robe. Initiates first entering wear white. That signifies that they're pure or innocent. Let me use the right terms, man. They're innocent. But after what happened during that season right there, when the instructions were followed, now she's wearing a black robe. Maybe it was coincidental. Maybe she forgot the scarf. Maybe she forgot the jacket to match the shoes. I don't know. Maybe she just took it out the backseat of the car. Maybe, her stylist wasn't aware. But remember this article, family? Caribbean for clinical trials on COVID-19. What were they talking about when they said Caribbean for clinical trials? This brother right here is who out this information. We never heard this. This came out of a Trinidadian newspaper. This was never said in Barbados. They never told us this information in Barbados. They never said a word. They kept telling you, follow the science, follow the science. Guess what? Here's the science, man. Let me give you the science real quick. Check this out. Let me give you the science real quick. For all those who think this is a joke, man. Right here, man. It tells you Caribbean islanders will be asked to participate in a clinical study on 4 drugs that are hoped to be potential treatments for COVID-19. The University of the West Indies, who else, will carry out the studies at the campus in Trinidad and Tobago, Barbados, Jamaica, and the Bahamas once approved. Well, guess what? Trinidad kind of backed out a little bit when folks saw this and kept mad noise in Trinidad. Rowley had to reshuffle some stuff, and he had to do things a little different. But our beloved prime servant, yep, our beloved prime servant, the one that everybody wants to heal. But guess what? Guess what our prime servant did? Well, not only did she accept the donations, not only did she accept the samples to carry out the study on the Caribbean people and never tell the people they were being used as test subjects according to the article. But guess what? She got an award for it. And that's all I'm going to say about that. But I realized something, though, and I'm going to say it before tonight is over, too, man. And I'm not saying this is my last program, but might be very close into the last, because I'm going to tell you something, man. I realized something, man. People don't really want the truth. Like, I come on here and we speak truth and I share information. You know what, man? Let me break it for a minute, man. Right now, the government, you know what? People don't really want the truth, family. They don't want the truth. I watched that thing earlier, and I'm probably going to show you it too. In fact, I need to show you it too. I might as well show you it too. Yeah, I might as well show you it too. You know what I mean? Folks went to, what do you call it? Where was that place? Kensington Oval today. By the hundreds, man. Hundreds of people. That's, folks not interested in the truth, man. Folks just want to be happy with their lifestyle, whatever lifestyle that is. They trust in the system. They go ahead with it. They don't even care whether it's real or not real. They don't even care. So it's like, why we out here doing this, man? Really? They look like they really interested. Miss Martin look like she's happy as ever. You think she ain't got a clue what she just did? You know how you know they know what they did? The fact that they don't talk about it. The fact that we ain't got no adverse and nothing. We don't have nothing. Because nothing. Everybody good. We ain't got no problems over here. The fact that they're not even truthful about the fact. We're part Google Boss. Remember, y'all remember who Google Boss is? Wait, let me see if I got a shirt. Can anybody who tell me who Google Boss is? I ain't seeing the shirt. I ain't got the shirt, so don't do it. Wait. Yeah, I see a shirt. Can somebody tell me who is Google Boss? Where is Google Boss right now? The old little some of us. Where Google Boss, man? Good night, family. Greetings, family. Kadaki get locked up in Guyana. Chia. Good night, family. I heard something like that, man. Yo, tell Rhonda to give me a call, man. Rhonda, I don't know if you're watching, but Rhonda, you gotta give me a call. Let me know what's going on. Said Kadaki get locked up in Guyana. Chia, my brother. He was on this program too at one point in time. What he get? Yo, family. What he got arrested for? Was it that same cybercrime? What it says, cybercrime bill? Yo, give me some info, family. The government of Guyana has taken a political prisoner under the cybercrime law. That's all right. Y'all know what you got to do. All those people that said they were supporting Kadaki, that was tuning in and encouraging him to speak his truth, y'all know what you got to do. So don't tell me that they locked up a political prisoner under the cybercrime law. What cybercrime law? In fact, this is what I'm going to do. Let me push in the clutch real quick. Hold on a second. Let me push in the clutch. The universe is not without a sense of humor, man. Let me get rid of that one day. Y'all see the black robe, man? Enough said. I ain't got nothing to say about that right there. Nothing. Let me just play this video real quick. Let me play this video first. I'm going to give you all the, should I play this one first or should I play this one first? I should play this one first. I'm going to give you all the link right here too. Let me copy this and put this here. In fact, this is, I think it's the same video actually, to be honest. Let me play it first. Let me play it first.
MERCATORIA, or the law merchant, was born out of the need to codify the legal customs, industry practice, and general principles of law already in existence in international trade. Lex Mercatoria consisted of the business practices agreed by traders in an area consisting of Greece, Egypt, Phoenicia, and especially Rome. The formation of Lex Mercatoria is rooted in the ancient times. It is related to overseas trade, which was conducted mainly during the medieval period following the establishment of special courts in the areas where markets were held to solve trade disputes. The Lex Mercatoria is a system of law that does not rest exclusively on the institutions and local customs of any particular country, but consists of certain principles of equity and usages of trade which general convenience and a common sense of justice have established to regulate the dealings of merchants and mariners. The Lex Mercatoria was not, like the common law, the custom of a place or territory. It was the recognized custom of merchants and traders who had business relations in all the countries of Europe, including England. Commercial disputes among merchants arising out of commercial transactions were not subject to the common law. This practice grew out of the necessities of commerce and of trade. Merchants traveled place to place to carry out their trade, but in all places, the same rules of law, that is Lex Mercatoria, were administered and enforced in any commercial litigation.
Lex Mercatoria. Write that down, family. Lex Mercatoria. Write that down. If you've never watched this program before, you're watching for the first time, write that down real quick. Lex Mercatoria. Let me tell you why they don't have no law, no standing in law. We're going to go there tonight, man. And somebody need to get this information to him. In fact, I'm going to give you another one too. Because here's the thing. Folks keep talking about these governments, these governments, this government, that. Let me get it here. It said that she's in the Knights Templar. She got initiated. Those who have ears to hear, let them hear. Those ones that don't want to know just won't listen. That's all right. Say it's cybercrime related because that bill. Okay, hold on. Yes, cybercrime bill and inciting the murder of the president. Listen, man. I can't see Kadaki calling for the boy to murder anybody. Like anyhow, me go about this a little different. Because like I just said, I'm sure that the same president was giving out, to who a few years ago. I think Ghana is one of the countries that got some of the donations too from Miss Montley. The Prime Minister, Finance Minister, and Attorney General. Greetings, family. Godspeed, same way. Look at the statue. Justice is blindfolded. Okay. Write this down, family. Lex Mercatoria. MERCATORIA. Write that down. What does that mean? That is the law of merchants. That's what that is. And that's why anytime you go in these courtrooms and these buildings that they call courthouses, you're not dealing with common law or law of the land. You're dealing with the merchant's law, which is the law of the sea, the law of commerce, the law of merchants, Lex Mercatoria. That's what it is. That's what it always has been. It wasn't that originally. You got to do the history of how we got to where we are. Once you do the history of how we got where we are, then you get a better understanding of how we managed to find ourselves in this trap, because it's a trap. It's a trap. And the more you come to realize it, the more that they're going to back up off you. Because, you know, folks say, you ain't frightened. Nah, they ain't not doing nothing to nobody. This 2024. Things are done a little different. They go assassinate your character. They find somebody to say something about you and then try to go it that way. But all these videos are here recorded in cyberspace, man. So they out. Now, what I mean by the law of merchants, because the law of the sea versus the law of the land are two different things. And because they know they don't have any control over you as an individual, God created you. God created you. The government didn't create you. The government didn't create you. You were subject to the government because of processing that you were unaware of, you were ignorant of. Your parents went to register you as a child. The word register means to hand over. So when you register a child, that means you hand it over to the government, and possession is 9/10. So if the government owns you, then the government is responsible for you and whatever it is that you apparently do or don't do. They got to take responsibility. So since how they don't take responsibility, then there's something else you should do. Tell Kadaki, somebody get that information to him. I'll see what I can do. There's something called a writ. Now, when it comes to law and the lex, in fact, let me show you all this first. Let me just show you all this first, just so y'all will understand where I'm going. Let me go ahead and share a screen. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Hang on a second. Anywhere in Barbados you go, anywhere in the world really that you go, once you go into what is considered a government establishment, there's something you notice automatically. And that's this particular thing here. This thing, because this thing isn't what you think it is. This is one of Barbados' authority, the authority. Listen to the word authority, which is funny because if they are the authority, whose authority? How did they become the authority? In fact, who gave them authority? Did you give them authority? Of course you did. When you acquiesce to them and acknowledge their authority. And what I mean by that, well, take a look at the flag, for example. What you're looking at is a spear. It's a spear. If you look at that, that's a spear. In fact, if you go close to the top, there's a spear. There's a warhead on. There's a spear. There's a warhead on top of that. It's not an animal. It's not an orb. It's a spear. And the flag, as you can see, clearly has a fringe on it. Like you can't miss the fringe. So what this is basically indicating is that this particular building, the minute you step foot in here, is that you step foot on a ship. You know, there's a thing in Barbados they joke about. They call it the land ship. Yeah, the land ship. And it's a big inside joke because we all sit back and look at it and ha 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 ha. Look how they're dancing and the flag and the people going the costumes of the sailors on land. So they symbolically let you know that there is such a thing as a land ship. And while you on this land ship, you got to follow the rules of the land ship. Well, the land ship is the law of merchants because the merchants was the ones traveling in a ship. So if there was a dispute of some sort, then they had to get the dispute settled quickly because at a certain time the ships had to leave. You couldn't leave it to 2-3 years later to get a verdict on something. It wasn't possible. But they do it now because they're playing games. They know that you don't know what's going on. They know you don't have a clue. They know that Kadaki don't even have a clue. So they're going to test him. So they're going to put him under the law of merchants cybercrime bill. But guess what? No matter which bill they bring out to you, or which new registration rule, if registration, look on, hold on a minute, man. Let me go a little step further. Ladies say right here, the average new registration is $400 and the tag is issued on payment. Existing registrants would have to report to the MTW to get the tag, which I understand is issued for the life of the vehicle. Do you know why that tag is issued for the life of that vehicle? When you go to buy a vehicle at the dealers or wherever, and this is some serious business, go and ask them a question. Every vehicle comes with a manufacturer title. For obvious reasons, every vehicle that's made comes with a manufacturer title. Let me ask you a question right now. Do any of you watching this program right now who own a vehicle, have you even ever heard of a manufacturer's title? If so, have you ever seen it? And better yet, do you have it? The title to your vehicle? Do you have it? Let's talk facts here, man. Don't let them trick you, man. None of this stuff is real. None of this stuff is real. Do you have a title? A manufacturer's title, an original, not a copy, an original manufactured title, whether it be Suzuki, Toyota, Mercedes, BMW, they all have a title for every single vehicle. Do you have a title for your vehicle? Not the registration title. I ain't asking about that. The registration title is what they give you. I'm asking you for the title of the vehicle from the manufacturer. Do you have it? Have you ever seen one? So, having said that, call after the show, King. I'll fill you in. Got you covered, family. Common law and statutory law. Well, check this out, family. Check this out. Kadaki needs to do one thing. Now, people know about writs. Everybody know the habeas corpus. Everybody heard that one before because that's one of the most common writs that we have that most people might, well, you know, the habeas corpus. That's one that is known. But there's about 5 of them that is very helpful and very important. You must know, but I'm going to give you another one tonight. It's called a prerogative writ. Now, I don't know how I'm going to get this to him, but maybe I'll talk to Rhonda or somebody else. And I don't know who is his attorney. Well, his attorney should know this, really. But anyhow, we'll see how it goes. And he needs to know this himself, though. A prerogative writ. Write that down, family. Write that down. In fact, I'm going to type that in the comments. Let me go to the comments here real quick. Hang on a second. Let me go ahead and type this in here, man. Yeah, this. All right. That's what's up. Now, what's the word prerogative? What does it mean? Prerogative. Prerogative writ. File a prerogative writ. They have to prove that they have the authority to do this. Make them prove. Under whose authority? Mr. President, under whose authority? Under whose authority? Produce the contract that say you have authority over the brother Kadaki. Produce it now. Produce the evidence that you have authority over the individual named Kadaki or known as Kadaki. When you go to court for this thing, make sure he know what time it is, man. Don't even fight it. Don't even argue with them. Don't even argue it because according to, look, when you go to court, what they give you, I didn't even have one nearby. They give you a Bible. Why does the court swear on the Bible? Why does a court, regardless of the jurisprudence, whichever statutory law or whatever law why do they use the Bible? Because what they're saying is that is the highest law. And according to the Bible, God didn't give you rights. So what rights you talking about? God didn't give you rights. Haile Selassie the first, man. Divine order run things, family. God in the flesh. God said you have dominion over all things. Dominion. Not going to the court asking no judge for no rights. Rights what? That's why when you go in there with rights and constitution, they play them games and they try to play a game and see how much money you're going to get out of you. Because it's a merchant court. They ain't dealing with no law of the land. They ain't dealing with nothing like that. You go into court, you're going to see a flag just like this one right here. You're going to see the same flag inside the court. That's how you know it's a game. That's how you know you're in trouble. That's why they say, you know, you step on the dock. Step on the dock. That's why they say step up to the dock. Interesting. They tell you step up to the dock. In other words, bring your vessel as a vessel, the land ship, and put it and dock it right here. And we're going to have a merchant court, Lex Moratoria. We're going to have this right here. And you ain't got a clue what the hell going on, man. You ain't got a clue. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge, man. And that's why I tell y'all, Ralph Torn ain't going to save nobody. Ralph ain't speaking this language. And the thing is, he know it way better than me. I mean, after all, he's a king's skunk, so. Yeah, I'll drink to that. At first, they laugh at me, you know. They all laugh at me, man. Ralphie's the best thing since purity sliced bread. Ask anybody at purity why they don't eat purity. Anyhow. Yeah. Nah, I didn't say because of the RAT. That's that was interesting. I be having my moments. Black's Law Dictionary, for sure. Stay right here. Stay right there. Go look that up, man. Prerogative writ. I ain't fighting with them. Prove that you have authority over me to impose these so-called rules and regulations. We ain't even fighting it. Since they're saying that you are a merchant, since they're saying you're a corporation in terms of all caps, well, function as one then. Don't go in there and try to plead rights. You speaking rights, they speaking writs. You pleading about land court, they talking about law to sea. Y'all in two different categories, man. And unless you know what's going on, trust me, they're going to drown you. All rise, they're going to drown you, man. They're going to get up with their black robes and they're going to mourn your death. I can tell you that because they know you're going down. Titanic, man. She said, only the chassis number on insurance certificate. You don't have that document. Do you know why you don't have that document? Because the government has that document. When you buy a car, the people that you sell you the car, they give you that information to take to the registry office. And when you go there, you give them that information in the envelope or whatnot. They take it, and you ain't gonna never see that again. Because the government, because you register the car, they take possession and ownership of it. They take possession and ownership of your vehicle. You gave it to them. You gave them the documents. In fact, in most cases, the people you bought the car from never even told you that there is such a thing. In which case, when you get that loan, you shouldn't even pay that back because in reality, that money they gave you didn't exist before you took it. It only came into existence when you took the loan and you agreed to pay for something that you don't even own. The government's supposed to pay for that. That's why you got to discharge your debt because they're the ones that own it. That's why certain laws, if you read the insurance laws, it says these laws do not apply to government vehicles. It tells you that. So if the government is who holding my title, which means possession is 910, which means they own it, it means that they should be paying the road tax or whatever it is they say they're paying, or the registration fees. You should be paying that. You just driving. Unless, of course, it's private and you're traveling. Very different conversation, though, but that's for another night. But family, like I'm saying, man, enough is enough. That's why I keep saying, I've been saying it. Come out of her, my people. Barbados National Congress. Shout out to Fade, by the way. Oh, yeah, big shout out to Fade and the Fade family, man. That's what's up. We give thanks, man. I'm telling y'all, man. You know what I mean? Let me just put this on the screen, though, by the way. Remember to tune into Politically Incorrect every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8 p.m. or otherwise notified. Like, share, and subscribe. Right, Noel? Make sure to like it, share it, and subscribe. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. That's what's going on. You can support via PayPal if you like. The email address is right there. That will give you some access to that account. Or you can WhatsApp the number 246-838-8253. Give thanks to all those who have already taken that number and taken that WhatsApp and made use of it. That's how this thing happens. That's how this happens. You know, by the way, the mic quality don't sound a little different tonight. Tell me what y'all think about it, man. Give me your feed for it and tell me what you think about it, man. They said, nope, you have to request it. They'll never give that to you. Well, you better answer for it. You better answer for it. Otherwise, it's theirs. That's why they could come and claim your stuff and take it up when they're ready. Michelle said, tell them you seasick. They like it. Oh, man. Them don't eat purity because of the rats. A lot of rats about the place these days, though. Shout out to Morale, man. I like him. I like him. Exactly. Yep, the straw man. We ain't going to even go on that road because that's another conversation, man. The Global Health Leadership Award in Geneva, Switzerland in March 2022. Really? Listen, Elder, give thanks to that when the family inbox crew. Go do some research on this. Mia Motley was awarded, she was presented with the Global Health Leadership Award in Geneva, Switzerland. So overstand this, family. This ain't nothing new. Sean said the mic sound crisp, man. It sound crisp. Jeez on. Yeah, it has some echoing and some feed for it the other night, man, and trying to figure it out. Don't like to come on and then people may not understand my vernacular being Barbadian and whatnot, although they keep telling me I sound like a Guyanese by, oh gosh, by. I don't know what do the people is. One Caribbean, man. One Caribbean. For sure. Anyhow, family, I got one more thing I want to share here real quick. Let me put it up. Let me give you all a link to this right here. Lex MERCATORIA. Yeah, I'm gonna give you all this link here as well. Y'all can play with it. This is a short link. Let me copy this as well. Family, we got to study to show ourselves approved, man. We can't say, that we made in his image and then we don't do the work. We got to do the work, family. We got to do the work. 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 Common law equal inalienable rights. Yeah, Leo, that's in essence, that is partly true, but common law is still part of their system. What we're dealing with is divine law, man. Divine law ain't rights, man. Divine law gives us dominion. You know, the rights is a funny thing because rights are given. You know, like the Bill of Rights and the rights, human rights and this kind of stuff. Like, where that come from? Because they give us all this stuff. They tell us all this stuff, yet they don't even follow this. They don't even practice it. None of this stuff. They tell us that for their own personal reasons, but they do not subscribe to it at all, man. You know what I'm saying? Rights aren't given by God here. Dominion is given by God. That's what's up. So we're dealing with dominion. Right now, the government is overreaching. They owe all this about scanning cars and tracking cars and monitoring money and, all these cyber bill. They overreaching. It's all about putting you in that concentration camp, that control space on that digital ID that when you act up, they push a button and they shut your whole world down. Monopoly, go to jail, go directly to jail. Do not pass go and do not collect a penny. A penny. Wow. Trudeau was awarded the Gibberiz, I can't even get that one, was awarded the Freedom of Barbados Award in Barbados in April 2022. It's like a plaque for plaque, right? Award for award. Yeah. He came in to see if it was really working, how she really pulled this off. But they didn't tell her about 789. They didn't tell her about 789. I know she didn't tell him about 789. I had to push in the clutch and get the private sector to push this thing for me because the people almost run me out of tongue, man. I thought it was Rihanna. This is not going to happen again, though, family, because we got to pay attention. We got to pay attention. All these digital checkpoints is to make you a digital prisoner in your own state. Meanwhile, everybody else get to come here and do as they will. And do as they will. So that's why I'm saying, family, like I see it. Like I see it. And right there in front of your eyes, man. I've been telling you this for a minute, man. Everywhere you go in Barbados, you see this flag, right? And you don't only see it in government offices, you see it also in other republics. You see it in a lot of commercial buildings, a lot of corporate places, especially the banks, especially anywhere you see money flowing, currency flowing, you're dealing with the law of the sea. You're dealing with the law of the sea. That's why the banks have these same flags in it. That's what it is, man. That's what it is, man. The law of merchants, Lex MERCATORIA, law of merchants. Mango and grapefruit. Interesting combination. Well, what would have been grapefruit? Anyhow, family, what time is it, man? Like I said, I don't want to be long-winded. Yeah, that's good time. That's good time. Empress, I hope you understand tonight. They awarded the ones who stepped up and, yeah, they unalive the people, their own country. But guess what? I keep telling you all, they don't see, they're not like us, man. Ants Kendrick, they're not like us with their BBLs and whatever else. They're not like us, family. We got to stop making that assumption. They're not like us. We divine beings, man. Conscious beings, man. Vibrating at the level of 9 ether. Let me go there, man. Yeah. They don't take a 6 for 9. Remember the old folks tell you don't take a 6 for 9, and we actually literally thought it meant 6 and 9. The truth is, just by visual effects, you can't mistake a 6 for 9. I mean, they're completely different. Completely different. Don't take a 6 for 9. They never meant the numbers. They meant the frequency. They meant the frequency. Ross, I tell people, learn the credit game. You can't control your corner of the system and be like Neo. You have to control your corner. If you don't control your corner, somebody's going to control it for you. Because as far as they're concerned, you only grew as far as your knee. Hence, you're a Negro. You're not an upright man. You're not upright. You under the flag. You're being infringed. Your rights are being infringed upon. Everything is being infringed upon. You have to claim dominion over all land and sea. Since they say you're a merchant, well, learn the laws and rules of merchants and function accordingly. And watch how the game changed. Watch how it changed, family. You got to step up. You got to step up, man. You got to step up. So credit, I tell folks all the time, you have a mortgage, but guess what? The creditor versus the debtor. Creditor versus the creditor. Well, I'll tell you what, family. There's so much we have to unlearn and then relearn. You know what I mean? So we need to fully grasp how this thing works so we can make it work to our advantage and stop depending on them folks with their robes to make decisions for us when we should be making our own decisions. But if we fail to make our own decisions, then what we expect? We can't volunteer to be a victim, then cry out being victimized. I keep saying it. It doesn't work like that. Come out of her, my people. Come out of her, man. You in a group somewhere, start doing something. Start doing something, start functioning different. All these bills and stuff they're writing, yeah, study them, but study them how to get over them because they don't have no standing. They don't have no standing. You give it proof. of existence by submitting to it. Nah. Noah said martial law coming. Let it come. Let it come. We all know how that's going to work out. Let it come. That's why I say, Kadaki, all them folks that follow Kadaki, y'all know what you got to do now. Simple. I don't know if the brother did advocate for the unaliving of certain individuals. I don't know why he would do that, because I mean, I don't know. But in reality, you know, I guess if he said it, he knew why he said it. I hope the other parties that he support, I hope they come to his support. Anyhow, it's gonna work itself out, family. It's gonna work itself out, family. Reggie, make sure. I just changed my phone, King, so make sure you give me a shout directly after. I had to change my phone. I actually found the Trojan. They had a Trojan on my phone. You believe that? Yeah, they had a Trojan on the phone. Good dear. Yeah. I guess they'll send another one now because I had to change phones. So I suppose. Yeah. But I'm going to fix that, though. I'm going to fix that. So I will be putting measures in place to circumvent that. But yes, I found your Trojan, whoever you might be. You got skills, though. You got skills. I would tell you that, man. You got skills. You got skills. I ain't going to say that, because the only Trojan horse I know is who he named. Bankers teach you nothing that how to re-enlist yourself as a slave. Right. The bankers ain't going to tell us. You think schools would teach the children about money and finances? The most important thing in any community, any society, they don't teach the children nothing about that. Not a word. 5-minute cities. So Donald Trump will mess up the world. Donald Trump is an agent too. Don't get tight with Trump. Trump family go way back. Do the history on Trump family, you're going to see. Trump ain't no new kid on the block. Trump is no new kid on the block. Trump has German ties, huh? Just keep that in mind. You know, Trump got German ties. Don't forget these folks and the Ashkenazi, Nazi. Anyhow, we out of here, man. We out of here. Greetings and salutations, family. Anyhow, family, let me drop the tune I had all night, man, and for no other reason. In fact, let me just play this one other clip. I wanted to play this for a minute now, and I ain't even play it, but I gonna play it now, though. Spirit said play it, man. This is what we talking about here, family. This is what we talking about right here, man. Let me see. Wait, hold on. Right here. Wait. Share screen. Pull this one up. Let me put this right here, man. I ain't gonna play the whole clip. Just part of it, man. Just part of it. Okay, hold on. Let me just play a little piece of this real quick, man. Just real quick. That ain't too much. Let me get a piece of this one here. At it one time. We're not going to know IMF at all. Check this out.
Captain Ibrahim Traore, the military leader of Burkina Faso, once again is standing out among African leaders by refusing to follow the reckless practice of taking billions worth of loans from international organizations like the IMF and the World Bank. Recent reports from social media indicate that Traore has declined financial assistance from the IMF, demonstrating his dedication to securing his country's long-term interests. For years, leaders across the continent have taken loans from these organizations, only to suffer severe consequences due to harsh conditions attached to them. However, Traore is taking decisive action to prevent his country from falling into a debt trap, unlike other leaders who have blindly followed this trend.
Unlike other leaders who have blindly followed this trend. I mean, you see the death trap. You see the debt trap for how many? I mean, for how many countries? Jamaica was. I mean, you can learn so much from Michael Manley. Jamaica alone explain how it works. Economic hitmen explain how it works. What our prime servant do? No. We gonna budget it. We gonna get it done. We gonna pass on the debt to the children and children. That's how we gonna do it. Really. So you plan to keep them folks here all that time? Nah. In other words, you are selling the country right in front of us, and you ask us to accept it because we got some roads, some buses, and a couple of cards and some other. Y'all gotta be kidding me, man. Folks, pay attention, man. Pay attention. I'm gonna put that link up so y'all can watch the whole speech. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. It's brilliant. No wonder he took the country by force. No wonder he took the country by force, man. No wonder. No wonder, man. Somebody said it right there, man. That's right, man. It's man versus mankind. Man versus mankind. Once y'all know. That's right, Beverly. They don't know that nothing do not slip past me at all, man. Yeah, I caught the Trojan, man. Gathering. I kept wondering when my phone started getting so hot all of a sudden. The battery kept dying quick. It would get mad hot, like real hot. It's like, yeah, they was gathering that intel. But the problem was my memory was so full, man. They could only get but so much at a time, right? Because it would always shut off, man. Memory full. As fate would have it, right? Man, look, man. You know, that's the world we live in. You got to understand the matrix, man. So if you think you exempt, man, you lying to yourself, man. Anyhow, family, I got a tune I want to play here, Beverly. Beverly got a tune I want to play for you, man. Don't get tight with it. And play a tune for you, Bev. Sound a little different tonight. Yeah, definitely this tune, though, is by inspiration for sure, though. Definitely. This for the family, man. Empress. This for the talk, man.
Are you ready to stand up and fight the right revolution? Are you ready to stand up and fight it just like soldiers?
Who else, man?
Baby, I call you a chosen. Baby, I call you a chosen.
Yes, Dennis. Yes, Dennis. Tell him, 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 Dennis. Emmanuel Brown, man.
If you want to live forever, what we got to do?
Love one another.
If you want to live,
We're going to conquer this with love, family.
we got to do? Love each other. Worldwide, yeah.
We're going to conquer them in love, family. I had to put that one there, man. That's for a little bit, man. But I got to pull out for the top, though, man. I can't handle the life, man. I just playing with that little life thing. Life thing had me going earlier, man. But
do you know what it means to have a revolution? And what it takes to make a solution?
revolution time, family.
Fighting against oppression.
Revolution time, family. Rikadaki.
Battering down the
Rikadaki.
oh yeah.
Put a special on Guyana just now, man.
Oh,
I done woke up a whole different energy, man. Revolution time, Guyana.
are you ready
The president.
to stand up and fight the right?
Better call me here. Revolution time, man.
To stand up and fight fight it just like soldiers.
Over the revolution, man.
Many are called, few are chosen. Many are called, few are chosen. Ooh, yeah. Oh, ooh, yeah. Oh. Gotta find the right fighting this time. Yeah.
Over the revolution, family.
Yeah, yeah.
All original people, man. All original people, man. One Caribbean, man. It's that time, family.
Are you ready to stand up and fight the right revolution?
That time, family. It's that time, family.
Many are called, few are chosen. Many are called, few are chosen. If you wanna live forever, you gotta love each other. Say you gotta live on forever. Yeah. And love one another.
Coming soon, Noel. Coming soon, man. We can set a date in June, man. We can set a date in June, man.
Gotta find the right fighting this time. Whoa, boy.
Tell a friend, family, politically incorrect, man. We're not having this at all. Kadaki. Derogative writ, Kadaki. That is the key right there, family. Tell a friend, man. Make them prove it. Make them prove it, man.
Love each other.
Make them prove it.
Live on forever.
They got authority over you.
Love one another.
Show me how or pay me, man. Mr. Cool It, never that can't cool, can't quit. Hey, Don Beverly, look what you going to make me do, Beverly. Look what you going to make me do, man. I can't even tell a lie, Beverly. I can't tell a lie. Beverly said cool it. Oh, man. Beverly, I would pay you right now, Beverly, if you could tell me, Beverly, if you could tell me right now what song I can play, what tune I can play next, man. Good night to you, Noel. Coming to you soon, man, real soon. Once the Fade family sorted the flyer and the Empress sorted out, we will organize accordingly. But Beverly, tell me what song, Beverly, where part's Beverly going? Hold on, man. Beverly, tell me what song, what tune I can play next, Beverly.
I'll show them.
Yeah, man. I am Paraselassie. I am weird.
Me, Beverly.
Mindset of there's never quite.
Me, Beverly, what tune I can play next, man? Well.
Yeah, man. I am Paraselassie. I am weird.
Rastafari.
Never quite.
It's the last the first.
For I love me, babe.
Kidamari. Empress Menin.
Can't cool, can't quench. Everlasting burning fire.
Babylon, you're rich.
Can't cool.
Beverly, this way you go and tell them, Beverly.
Everlasting burning fire. Brother judgment, I tell you. Can't cool, can't.
Tell them, Beverly.
Everlasting burning fire. Babylon get drenched, y'all. Can't cool, can't quench. Ethiopia, my true heart desire.
True heart desire. Go tell them, Beverly.
Then always it you get your food to eat and yet you find it hard to feed another you that come up at your feet. Then always it you always strive and yet you find it hard. fi show another death so you don't fi survive. That's why I King Selassie I reprise. Run the tell Pharaoh, him
City Aga Blaze.
me know a king or a son.
Man, y'all know what to do, man. Y'all know what to do, man.
We the dust brimstone.
Freakadaki, man.
Can't cool, can't quench. Everlasting burning fire.
Babylon, you're rich, yo. That oil too?
Can't quench. Africa.
President, you ain't smart at all, man.
Black fear.
You ain't smart at all, man.
Can't cool, can't quench. Everlasting burning fire. Babylon.
Rival there had just arrived.
Can't cool, can't quench.
It's me too.
Africa, my true desire. Red judgment. Bigger to you some put them in the pit. Them judge and them jury just green and a grit and all them police.
You want deported, man.
Them ready and fit.
You want deported, man.
If not suit and Mr.
We're from about here, man.
Stand for equal rights and justice. True human rights. Where a government none is. Rastafari did no say. PJ or the false and hypocrite. And them a go bring Bruce Golding fi make a big dirty switch. Well, Rasta drop Siaga in the bottomless pit. Now follow the evil mama gonna spank you real quick. Well, that's another fire. Pans and public. Me telling them see.
When the heart.
And wickedness. In a fornication. In them gun finger. Them got it.
They're feeding man with cake. It's not like you feeding man pancake.
Red, gold, and green.
It's obvious, man. It's obvious, man.
Ethiopia be the witness. This a one your name. Can't cool, can't quench. Everlasting burning fire.
Freakadaki.
Kill and your rent, yeah. Can't cool, can't quench. Everlasting burning fire. Brother judgment, I tell you. Can't cool, can't quench. Everlasting burning fire. Babylon.
On it.
Can't cool, can't quench.
Again, he's in getting for that. That Marara for life.
Them on the black people should know that it is slavery why we are here in Jamaica, the Western world, you know. It's not sure them say, yeah.
Marara, stand up, man.
We in America that it was only I and I the black Ethiopian.
That Marara, stand up.
Africa, you know. Illegally as captives, you know, slave children and brought us down here in Jamaica and all small islands. From the British West Indies into slavery and to this day. Say the most high, Selassie. Rastafari now, me tell them send, I innocent blood a spill. The ark of the covenant, Babylon a kill. Them want Rasta tune, them no got no power nor will. Them want that crown, Mama Pearl and Jewel. I tell you that the scepter shall not depart until the golden globe represent the earth fill. This man was born here, prophecy that fulfill. Sweat you on to Ethiopia, Mount Zion Hill. You never get the win, could I never get the nil. And I tell you this, I dig down Babylon like a power drill. Well, fear raw, them your fire can't chill. Repatriation, me Babylon, me melt your hill. The land and him, can't fool, can't